Take It Easy by the Eagles. This is a 4-string CBG lesson, and while we are tuned to an open G, for this lesson we're tuned to a G flat. We're tuned down a half step. So this low G right here, and now I'm tuned a half step down, so we're tuned to a G flat. Next is a D flat. Next is another G flat. And a B flat. Open G, you're just tuned down a half step. So you'll be able to play along with the actual song. I'll go through some of the chords we're going to use. It's pretty simple, really. We're going to open G. We're going to play a C chord. We're going to take our index finger on the first fret on the B string. Middle finger on the D string on the second fret. And strike that upper G open. Okay, it's a C chord. We're going to play an E minor chord. We're going to take our index finger on the second fret on the D string, your ring finger or your pinky on the fourth fret on the low G string, and then play the upper G string and the B string open. And during the chorus, we're going to augment that, and we're going to take either, well, best just to use your ring finger, place that on the B string on the third fret, like that. Okay, we're going to play an A minor. Take our index finger on the first fret on the B string, middle finger on the D string on the second fret, ring finger on the upper G string on the second fret, and all three of those together as a chord. Later we're going to add in that G string, but we want to mute that usually. So we're going to play a D chord. Take our index finger on the second fret on the upper G string, ring finger on the B string on the third fret, and we're going to hit that D string open, and all three together as a chord. When you're playing this D chord, you generally want to use your thumb or whatever you want to do, and we want to mute that low G, the open string. Whoops. Okay, that's about all I can remember other than these little weird little chords I'm going to show you for the beginning. Otherwise it's just pretty straight, a lot of strumming and easy chords. So the very beginning, we're just going to start strumming on the open G. I just down pick the beginning. You can strum it or whatever you want to do. So now we're going to come out and play that C chord. Now we're going to leave our index finger on the first fret on the B string, and we're just going to lift our middle finger up and place that on the upper G string on the second fret. So open G, C, and back to the G. We're going to do that twice. So okay, now here we're going to go into the first verse. So there's a little lick I'm going to show you, and you can play this or not play it. It's up to you. But it's really cool and it's part of the song, so, you know, why wouldn't you? What we're going to do here is we're going to put our index finger on the 2nd fret on the upper G string. And probably be best to do it with your ring finger on the 3rd fret on the B string. And we're not going to move that B string right there on the 3rd fret. We're just going to anchor that right there. We just need that note right there. Okay, with our index finger on the upper G string on the 2nd fret, we're just going to slightly bend that up, along we're also striking this note like this. Don't bend this one, just keep it anchored right there. You're just going to bend this one. And we're going to kind of do that 3 times. And now we're going to kind of release that. Strike it on the 2nd fret on the upper G string. Hit it open again, upper G string. And then we're going to come down and strike the D string on the 2nd fret. And then strike the D string open. Come down to the low G string on the 3rd fret. Strike it once. Walk it down to the 2nd fret. And then hit the open G. The problem with this is you're going to have, with that open G, is going to have to be your first strum of the verse. A couple of guitar players are strumming the chords and then they're playing the little solo stuff over it. So he just kind of lets that ring out, that open, or the, not, it's open for us, but he's letting the G note ring out just a little bit. But since we're playing this, you're just going to have to use that open G note as your first coming into the verse. Anyway, okay, slowly, I'm going to start from the beginning and slowly go through that. You know, you'll have to work up the speed on it, but so that open G note. Okay, now we're coming to the verse. We're going to start just strumming the open G. You strum this however you want. It's pretty quick. You can just down pick all of it if you want. Or I just try to strum it and stay on time with it. So anyway. Now we're going to come up to this D chord quick 2 times, and usually I will just down pick both of these. And then we're going to go to that C chord right there and strum it. And then back to the G. So slowly, kind of like this. And now when we come back to that G, we're just going to strum it like quickly, like. We go right back to the D. And this time we're going to strum it a couple of times. And then back to that C. And back to the G. And then it's time for the chorus. So slowly I'm going to play through that verse. we're going into the chorus. So here's where we're going to come in with the E minor. Now we're going to take your ring finger while you're playing the E minor chord. Just augment that right there on the 3rd fret on the B string. We're going to go to the C chord, to the G chord. So slowly. And then this is where we go to the A minor, to the C, so slowly again, starting at the first part of the chorus. Here we're going to go back to the E minor. We're not going to augment it this time. We're just going to strum on the E minor. Now right here we're going to go to the C chord. And then to the G. We're going to do it 2 times, but like this. Back to the A minor, to the C, to the G. And then we're going to do one more of the right into the 2nd verse. So I'm going to play through that entire chorus slowly so you see how it goes. We're just going to go directly back into the 2nd verse and nothing changes, same as the first one. Okay, now when we go into the 2nd chorus, we're going to change 1 chord around. So just remember, when you go into the 2nd chorus, go back to the E minor. Instead of doing the little augmentation right here, we're going to go from the E minor to the D chord, and then to the C, to the G. So slowly the 2nd chorus is same as the first, just instead of putting your ring finger right there on the 3rd fret on the B string, we're going to play the D chord. So I'll play through that one real slow so you see how that D chord comes in. And that's the only time it does that in the song. On the 3rd chorus after the solo, it's just like the beginning, the first one. You use that little augment right there. So, and under the solo is basically one of the verse. 1 of the chorus. Except right here, coming out of the solo, when you go back to that E minor, don't go to the C. So you're really only kind of doing part of the chorus, do one of the verse, and then you do the first part of the chorus. When you go back to that E minor, it pretty abruptly just goes right back into the 3rd verse. So you're coming out of the E minor directly back into the open G. So I'm going to play through that one more time real slow. And this is the part under the solo in the middle of the song. So. Back into the 3rd verse. Just play along with it and you see where it just goes right back into that G. Everything here is the same. Nothing changes except at the very end of the song, and I'll show you that. Otherwise, the same verse. And then the next chorus, remember when you go to the E minor, do the little augment right there. Don't go back to the D. That's only on the 2nd chorus. Play through the 2nd chorus and the song just stops, and they stop on the open G. They come in singing again, and all we're going to do now until the very end of the song is just rotate from the C to the open G like this. So, you know, just finish out the song from the C to the open G. Now you're strumming the C at the very end of the song, and the song ends, and we're going to end on that E minor. That's the last chord in the song. So basically, I'm not going to play all of them. It does it a few times, but I'm going to play like 2 of them and then end with the E minor. So. And that's the end of the song, and it's pretty simple. Just play along with it. It's pretty quick. You guys, it's pretty quick strumming. Just work up the speed, and it's really fun to play. And tune down a half step like this, you can play along with the original song. So I hope y'all enjoy this one, and I'll see you soon with another one. Thanks for watching.